Can I take a minute here? I know we are knee-deep in quarterback palooza with C.J. Stroud coming to town. I'm sorry, but at this point, A.J. Hinch and the Tigers are trolling. Tonight's lineup card was released, and the utterly useless, and I mean by the numbers, useless, Javy Baez is batting cleanup. Now, yesterday it was bad enough where we thought we dropped him to 5th in the order. And by the way, Javy is a flat zero WAR player who is 4 for 36. Nice OPS plus of a -16. The point is he's an atrocity. And he's doing the same garbage he did last year, where to say there's plate discipline on some level would suggest the presence of discipline in the first place. It's nonsense. AJ comes out, and he didn't even just say we dropped him in the order. He goes, well, I was going to bat him 3rd or 5th, and this is just the way it shook out. And he goes, those are my 2 options. Let me give you a 3rd option, AJ. I'm going to give you a neato option here. It's called batting him 9th. I want Javy Baez as disgusted as we are disgusted at him. I want Javy Baez as uncomfortable as he makes me watching him at the plate. Who the hell is Javy Baez? Is he going to Cooperstown? Has he brought rings here? Do we have his number retired? Is he gonna go in the hall as a Tiger? No, he's Juan Gonzalez 2K23. He's a guy we hate. If I'm AJ Hinch and he is demanding that Javy Baez, as an alleged team leader, which is also a problem, he's demanding a better command of the strike zone. You know what you do to get Javy's brain right? You're batting 9th. You're batting 9th. Wake up. Wake up. And you know who hits 8th? Miggy. I sink them both. They're both anchors. 4 for 36. You kidding me? Guy has no interest in professional at-bats. None. Go ahead. You're laughing over there. What's funny?
It sends the message.
Him hitting cleanup tonight? That's funny?
It's a joke. Moving him down sends the message. I know you don't have 9 great hitters, but it's about owning the strike zone. When your GM takes over and says that's the new way that we are going to measure success, we have to be fundamentally better with pitch selection, drawing walks, limiting strikeouts. If that's the new ethos, Javy Baez is as detrimental a player as there is in baseball to being a plate-disciplined club. Last year, he swung at 1 of every 2 pitches out of the zone. Mike, this year, same deal. And I know he drew a walk last night, but it's kind of a shame that becomes a headline, that he finally drew a walk. He also, over the weekend, swung at a pitch that nearly hit him in the armpit. And the at-bat before that, he swung at a pitch in the other batter's box. I'm sorry, dude, we're not winning a World Series. You being the leader of this movement is not exactly kosher. You can't be the leader of the plate discipline movement with those at-bats. And Mike, when they signed him, there was this promise that, yeah, he's going to do this dumb stuff, but he's also going to get really hot, and he's going to hit it in the gap, and he's going to leave the ballpark. He doesn't do that. I could put up with some of the free swinging if I was getting the power. As a number 4 hitter, I'm not getting the power either.
No, and in order to tolerate somebody who is going to give you useless at-bats that look low effort, and again, I'm not saying he's not trying. What I'm saying is when a player's confidence is broken and when a player's bad habits are exacerbated, you arrive at a point where you're Chris Davis the late years, Adam Dunn the late years. This is, you bench him or you drop him. And for me, he ain't Derek Jeter. I don't want to hear about, I can't drop El Mago. Well, the hell I can't.
Well, and people would say, well, how would he react to that?
I don't care. DGAF.
How do you feel watching him? Mike, I don't know if it would increase his chance of opt-out or not, but if they made his life uncomfortable, does he at least consider it? Because right now I feel like there's no world where he is opting out with $100 million guaranteed, not this year, but the 4 years after.
Right.
He's going to opt in unless this is a living hell. And if he makes the summer a living hell for us, maybe the team should do the same to him.
But the problem I'm starting to have, though, is like, look, we all, and I'm guilty of this, we give A.J. Hinch this long leash. We give him this gravitas. And it's like, you know what, man? What exactly do you do here? Now, I understand this team sucks. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But are they really the worst offensive team in history 3 of the last 4 years? And you mean to tell me I still can I say A.J. Hinch is still a really good manager, but yet he just happens to command the 3 worst offensive teams in Tiger history?
So I defended him last year because, okay, well, who do you want him to hit where? Everybody sucks.
But at what point do you make people better? At what point do the guys you hire as your staff make people better? Jim, I'm not saying they got to be good. Historically awful. I can't. You know the other problem, and I know it's a little wide-ranging because the Baez thing is the centerpiece. It's a joke he's batting cleanup tonight, and it's a joke they don't bench him. It's an even bigger joke they just don't drop him. How was 5th last night? Oh, your at-bats still suck? Try 6th. Oh, 0 for 4 with 3 Ks? Dialing up 7th. Like, I don't care.
Listen, they might be rewarding him for a walk last night. The point is, over the course of the season, he's going to have more nights where he's swinging and missing, and he should be bumped down accordingly. I'm sorry. If you're going to have to manufacture runs by getting on base, he is a detriment to this team.
Like, here's the other problem.
And even in the field, because we were told, he's a magician. Like, I watched this weekend, he missed a throw to second base, and every other throw, Torkelson's gone fishing trying to find a baseball. Like, I don't get it.
I've watched this before, and it's not the yips like I saw with Chuck Knobloch, where, he went from being an all-star with the Twins and the Yankees gave up the farm for him to hitting Keith Olbermann's mom in the face with a baseball. Row 17. He couldn't throw the ball anymore. He had the yips. But, I look at this and I get so upset because I go, how is it Nelson Cruz for $10 goes to the Padres? The Yankees, I didn't even know Frenchie Cordero was still in the league. But they got him.
That's Franchi to you.
Whatever, he's hitting bombs. And we sit here and we're offered Matt Vierling and Nick Maton.
Hey, he got a hold of one yesterday.
Whoa, buddy. Evan joining us in his Tiger Woods edition polo. Yes.
So you guys you had mentioned Juan Gonzalez, and so that made me think. I'm like, I wonder how bad. I know everybody hated him when he played for the Tigers for the 1 year, right? Mm-hmm. Mentioning his name was an insult to Juan Gonzalez. So I looked up their year. So I looked up Baez last year compared to Gonzalez.
Oh no.
Baez played 144 games. 590 plate appearances. Juan Gonzalez, 115 games, 496 plate appearances, okay?
Right, what did you do with him?
Gonzalez had 22 home runs, 67 RBI, 337 OBP, 505 slugging. Baez, 17 home runs, 67 RBI, 278 OBP, 393 slugging.
All right, now you do understand both are awful.
I understand that.
But Gonzalez at least gave you above league average OPS.
Do you realize what a statement that is? One of the most loathed Tiger player contracts ever, and we're going, don't disrespect him.
Can't Javy Baez go to the microphone and just say, I got kids, man, and get himself thrown out of town like Prince?
You just struck something with me, and I was like, because I was a kid when they signed Juan Gonzalez, and I love the guy coming from Texas.
The best.
And then the next year he goes to Cleveland, and he's unbelievable again.
The reporters are asking Phil Garner, why is Juan not in the lineup tonight? And Garner wants him dead and deadpans it, and he's lying to you, and he just goes, flu-like symptom. It's one of the greatest.
I just thought that was an interesting stat line. That
it is.
Gonzalez had more power numbers in 30 less games.
Evan, why is this guy hitting cleanup? Drop him in the order.
You're paying him, I guess. But I agree. If you send him, what's he going to do? Sit out? If you bat him ninth?
Well, I'm not going to play then. Okay, and?
Right. It's
we're trying to win.
What do we care?
I don't know. I love the Tigers, so it hurts me deep down. It really does.
This sucks, dude. I want this team to be so much better than they are.
We have something nice. Like Matt Manning goes and breaks a metatarsal in his foot last night. And I'm like, come on.
Evan.
Sorry.
He stinks.
I don't care. It's something kind of nice.
Do you realize, while we're in depressing Tigers mode
this is so uplifting. David, do you have a prayer for us this segment? Go ahead.
They haven't recorded a quality start this year. And that's not a high bar, Mike.
That's a stupid stat.
It's a stupid stat, but just for people who know, that's 6 innings, giving up 3 or less. It's not a high bar. It's an ERA of 4.5. They have recorded 0 quality starts through 10 games. You tell me when it ends. Maybe. Against the Blue Jays tonight?
Maybe.
Well, it's funny. It's not funny, but we looked at the next 30 games, which started last night with the Jays. The Jays' offense is wicked. They play America's Orioles twice, where their offense is a pain in the ass. The Cardinals, They got offenses where, here's the other problem. When are we ever going to score runs? Holy mercy.
When the weather turns, right?
I feel like the Tampa Bay Rays have more home runs in a game than the Tigers have in a year.
Tigers have 30 runs. The Rays have hit 29 home runs. Real stats.
It's not bad. They're in the same ballpark.
Check on Isaac Paredes.
I've heard of him.
Thank you.
Anyway.